that got my attention. Okay? We're not just talking about the gold and the round. We're talking about what gas can do for the real estate economy. If she had an extra $200 a month, I'm sure she would find something very useful to do with it that would be a part of investing in the economy. So I'm very grateful that everybody showed up. I'm going to introduce Karen. Before I get really into it, I'm supposed to introduce the Women's Energy Leadership Coalition. And that's where the message started. If we got together, I'm not that loud. If we got together, shut the doors. Can you do that? Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Like I said, if we got together as women and we set our minds on something, we can achieve something. My little sachet decided no more. And I have to just, another quick story I have, is I have been vocal talking about the scientific facts related to drilling, and I got very strong pushback, and I was quiet for a while. And about 6 or 7 months ago, I decided I didn't want to be quiet anymore because of Pat. And that's why I'm here. And so I'm just going to go ahead and introduce Karen Rowe to say a few words.
I will try to talk loud. Thanks, Uni. As some of you know, I've known Uni for quite a while now. Got to know her when I was interviewing people in Pennsylvania and New York about a year or so ago on this whole issue. There I met Uni and other of her neighbors, including Jennifer Hunting, Marie, and Dick, who's here also. But anyway, this coalition really is about people from all walks of life. It's women as leaders, but certainly it's inclusive of men, obviously. It's also about recognizing, and the reason why we're here today in this beautiful exhibit hall, which is a testament to the women that came before us and were pioneering the way for us to have the right to vote. This is also about letting the public know that the people in this group have really felt disenfranchised for the last 4 years. Many of you have been waiting for gas development in your communities. Some of you who started out years ago are not with us today. And we have a common goal. We have many things stacked against us. But like those who came before us, who fought for their rights, we are here to do just that. I feel fortunate to have the people in this room around me, and I wanted to introduce a few of them to you and let them say a few words. I'd like to introduce Hazel Brandt. Hazel is a resident of the town of Windsor, New York, and Hazel has been at this fight for probably 4 years, at least, right? Hazel, I think you can be loud.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'd like to say that I think it can be done safely. My husband worked for operating engineers out of Newark, New Jersey. He worked on the Cannonsville Dam, he worked on the inlet chamber, and he worked at each one of the shafts going from Cannonsville to New York City, underground. And he said it can be done safely. He passed away a year and a half ago, so I'm here to continue on. Thank you.
Good girl.
Marie, would you like to say a few words?
Actually, I'm going to say that I've been involved with natural gas and hopefully the continuance of our fight with natural gas. And I'm part of a coalition, a small coalition in Otsego County. We've had tremendous opposition, but coming here today, I think our message is to our legislators that this, although this is a small coalition, a group here today, the Women's PAC group, understand that we are part of the larger group, which is the JLC of New York and all the various coalitions. we represent 17,000 families who work and pay their taxes and live in New York State.
And vote.
And vote. And that's really important. And we also represent 800,000 acres of land in New York State. And I think that we have to tell the legislators, not only do we vote, but we pay their salaries, and we have to be listened to. So silent no more, is that's what it's all about.
I just want to say, I'm Inge Grafikita. I live in Sullivan County. I'm fighting also for a couple of years for this fight. And I have one big question. If it's our right, why do we have to fight? And why is it now a problem? Because it comes to New York. It is done in the whole of the United States. And now that it's supposed to come here, it becomes a problem. There's something wrong with this problem. That's all I have to say.
I have been fighting with this great collection of women for quite a few years now. I have to admit that I just follow them. And indeed, this is not about the environment. This is really not about energy. This is about property rights. We have been hearing a lot of stories the last few years. Every couple months they invent new stories about pollution. And we prove them wrong. And then they come up with a new one. And you know that that is really, really not the core of the matter. What we are really facing is that we have well-to-do people with special agenda, people with special interests that want to keep the status quo. They do not want to see any development up here. They do not want to see any change in the communities in the southern tier. They want the cheap labor. They want to keep the status. They want to be able to fish, to hike on your land for free. The gas development will change all that, okay? Suddenly, the poor farmers become the influential people. The poor workers or the non-workers suddenly become workers. They're off the welfare rolls. They are starting to vote. They become influential members of the society, and suddenly we have a change in leadership in our community in the southern tier. That's what they don't want. We have to change that. We have the land. Our people need jobs, and we can change that. And that's what this fight is for.
Does anyone else want to say a few words? And if not, we're going to head back to where we started. Anyone else? Chris Lacey. Hi.
I just had one quick thing to say, because I've talked to a few people, but most people don't know this. While New York has been fighting, not letting us have our property rights, not letting us drill for gas, North Dakota has been drilling and drilling and drilling. They've made so much money that today there's an election in North Dakota to abolish property taxes in the state of North Dakota because they don't need them anymore.
Just one final bit of information before we're going to march down through